National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham and to our second semi-final, and it's our Northern semi-final. Of course, the winners of tonight's show will go on to battle it out for the Northern Championships, but it won't be until our grand final that we find our overall national champion of Gladiators, 1996.
Thanks, Ollie, and let's just remind you again of those fantastic prizes. A holiday in Africa, South Africa's Sun City Plus, £1,000 spending money. And for the winners, £1,000 as well, and one of these luxurious four-wheel drive, off-the-road family vehicles.
So there certainly is a lot at stake. Shall we welcome our semi-finalists? Tonight they are Michelle Kimberly
and Jude Shenton.
Welcome, Michelle, and warm congratulations on getting to this stage. How are you feeling?
Just the same as last time, pretty nervous, but glad that the first round's out the way.
Yes, it must be a bit of a relief because, of course, now things are getting a little bit more serious. You know, you could be getting into the final, etc., etc.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just looking forward to it today, though, so...
We'll see how you do. Remind everybody what you do and where you're from.
I do modern pentathlon, and I come from Evesham.
I understand there's one or two pentathletes there, are there? Where are they all from?
All over the place, all over the country.
Well, listen, the very best of luck tonight, and who knows, you could earn yourself a place in the Northern Final. Let's hear it from Michelle Kimberly.
Okay, Jude. I think all the viewers back home will remember you from last time you came. You brought half the army with you. Do you remember?
This time I brought the other half.
Yeah, they sound a little bit quieter, not quite as loud as before.
Well, hopefully they'll cheer just as loud later on. They're warming up at the moment.
And remind us again, what do you do for a living?
I'm in the Army Physical Training Corps and I work in South Wales at the moment.
And being on the show last time, did it affect you? Has it changed your life? What's it like being famous?
Well, there's a few people that came up to me and sort of congratulated me and said good luck for the next show, so it's nice having that around.
And do you think you're going to do it again?
I hope so.
Well, we'll wait and see. Off you go, Jude. Get yourself ready. Jude Shenton!
Now it's time to meet our male Northern semi-finalists, Johnny Alcott
and Buster Reed. Come on, guys.
Oh, Johnny, it looks to me like you've grown a little goatee beard since I saw you last.
It wasn't me. It was not my fault. I wasn't trying or anything. It just appeared, you know.
It looks very becoming.
Oh, it's very, very becoming.
Yeah, very, very becoming. Tell us, everybody, what you do and where you're from. I'm sure it's going to be completely different to last time when we saw you.
Well, I must say, I led you down the garden path last time. I said I was a black collie dog, and it was obvious I was lying. I'm a quantity surveyor, and I'm from Hartlepool.
Way! Finally we find out the truth. And Johnny, I have to say, you're just one of these funny guys that I don't quite know what to say to you, because anything I say, you turn around or you make something odd into something.
No, I'm not funny. It's just your perception of me, Ulrika.
You're very nice. How are you feeling? Are you nervous?
No, I'm always relaxed. I enjoy myself. People pay a lot of money to do what we're doing at the moment, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, so are we. Let's hear it for Johnny Alcock.
Okay, Buster, tell us, what have you been doing since the last show?
I've been doing quite a lot. I mean, since the last show, my life's been quite hectic. I've been asked to open up a few stuff, get me photographs taken. People have been stopping me in the street. It's just unbelievable. It's like a film star.
And how do you think you're going to do tonight?
I won't like to predict hope, but I'm just going to keep my chin up, keep heading on to the eliminator. Hopefully I'll do good.
Now, you know what to expect. You've done it before. Have you had to change your training at all?
Yeah, I've just made it a little bit more intense, but you never know until the night if it works.
Now, I'm wearing my best suit today. Do you think you and the Wolfman can keep away from each other?
I'll try, but I don't care who you put in front of me. Just put someone there.
Okay, off you go, Buster. Get yourself ready. First event.
Battle.
Well, the girls are ready for their first event, so let the games begin. And standing at the foot of the wall, it's Michelle. She's going to be chased by Vogue. Also getting ready for the chase, it's Jude. Hot
Jude looking up at the wall, something she's quite used to at work.
In the army, I'm actually a climbing instructor, and so when I get to the wall and the competition, I'll be a bit nervous because usually I'm used to chasing the cadets up the wall and the apprentices, so when I'm getting chased by a gladiator, I'll feel a lot more pressure if I didn't get at the top, and when I get back to work, I think I'll get a lot of stick from them.
Pentathlete Michelle Kimberley, on the other hand, goes in for running, shooting, fencing, swimming and show jumping, none of which is remotely useful in this event.
Don't slip.
Don't slip, says Lightning, because there's only a minute to win it. First to the top, 10 points, 5 for second place. Michelle in the pink with Jude in the yellow. First time up for Michelle and Jude. Jude climbing more carefully, but she needs to notch it up a gear because here come the gorgeous Glads. Vogue on Michelle and Lightning after Jude, and Jude's experience coming into play now as she hits the front. Lightning and Vogue will do well to snap at the heels of these girls. Jude's going to surmount the summit first for 10 in a very fast time. Jude's mum and dad jubilant, off the mark with a tenner. Michelle second for 5.
Jude, well done. That was hard work.
Oh, it was very nerve-wracking. It's just so scary when someone's chasing you. Absolute nightmare.
Well, you done well. You got yourself 10 points. Well done. How did you find that, Michelle?
It's scary stuff being in pursuit by a gladiator, but I enjoyed that. It was good fun.
A little more pressure on everybody this time round.
That's it, and I think I lost my grip a bit at one point, but it was good.
You held on. You got yourself 5 points. Well done.
Michelle's family happy with that.
Well, Lightning, I have to say once again, it looked to me as if you were going as fast as you possibly could, and you got fairly close to her at one stage.
I know, and I did say to her before we started, watch you don't slip. And she didn't, so I didn't stand a chance. She's very fast.
Oh, you were working on her psychologically. Very cunning. And what about you? I mean, again, Michelle was very fast.
They do have 10 seconds, and unfortunately, if that 10 seconds is in the good climber, it's very difficult for the gladiators to actually catch the girls. But I did get close to her. She took the middle route, which is obviously a little bit more tricky to follow up. But unfortunately, I didn't get to grab her foot. But next time.
Next time. Let's hear it for Vogue and Lightning.
We're going to get Spider-Man. Spider-Man, where were you?
Well, I'm afraid Spider-Man couldn't get out of the bath. Michelle opens her account with 5 and Jude with 10, and there's trouble brewing down in the arena. Wolf, as usual, with all the finesse of a concrete cosh. Who can argue with that? Well, Buster's the world champion kickboxer, and Cobra does a bit as well, but they certainly rumble better than they rumba. Although the fans are still impressed with their Come Dancing audition.
So we now move into the men's event with Johnny Alcock. And he's going to be chased by the big bad wolf.
Whoa, what has he been eating?
Also getting ready to climb the wall, it's Buster. And he's going to be pursued by Cobra. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
It's the first time up the wall for both Johnny and Buster. And Buster, in blue, works as a road layer, so he's more used to the flat than the vertical. Johnny is a quantity surveyor, and he's got plenty to consider right now because here come the Glads. Wolf and Cobra share a fitness regime which is fastidious. Cobra's fast and Wolf is hideous. Cobra's on Buster and Wolf's after Johnny. Johnny in the lead. Buster going up the centre chimney, using the corner. Both guys very quick on the climb. Johnny's there in less than 30 seconds. Great climb. Oh, and Buster slipped. That last handhold let him down, literally.
Johnny, congratulations. You had the Wolfman chasing you. Maybe that made you go just a little bit faster.
Oh, fantastic. It's good to pick up some points.
What was he saying to you down there, the Wolfman?
Oh, he's just been annoying.
Well, it didn't work. You got yourself 10 points. Well done, Johnny.
Well, I guess I could call it pathetic. Or I could call it useless. How many years training have you had? I mean, for goodness sake.
Can I tell you something?
Well?
Even in practice, I'm not that bad.
So what went wrong?
You've got a set route in your mind, and I missed the handhold I wanted, and I slipped, and that was it. I was gone.
Oh. Well, I guess you'll be quiet quiet for a few moments. Buster, you must be very disappointed indeed. You were very, very close to the top and then you seemed to slip off.
Yeah, it's so close, but so far away.
What happened? Again, did you just slip or...?
No, I just anticipated the top being a bit too near and I didn't give enough jump, but don't forget, it's not how far you fall, but it's how high you bounce back.
Ah, that's what we like to hear.
You were scared of me, weren't you, Buster, really?
Nobody's scared of the Cobra.
Oh, no. I'm nice, that's right, isn't it?
It was a good climb on your behalf, though, I have to say. You were getting very close to him.
Yeah, I was closing the gap, I think, so I think I might have possibly caught him, actually.
Well, thanks, Buster. I'll forgive you for punching me in the stomach just then. Let's hear it for Cobra, Wolf, and for Buster.
After that incident-packed opener, Johnny's on 10 with Buster yet to score. Let's go to Cocoa Beach.
Here we go, working out down on the beach. We're gonna push that body, gonna stretch and reach. All the gladiators are here to show how to work that body like a dynamo. Give it up.
Flying at 1,500 feet aboard this helicopter, the views of Mauritius are actually outstanding.
This particular helicopter is flown by Captain Daver, and it has a top speed of 140 miles an hour. And with the Gladiators training schedule being as hectic as it is, it's the only way we can see all of the island quickly.
Oh, look! Isn't that a huge mouth of a volcano belching down there?
No, you know what that is, don't you, Lightning? What? It's the huge mouth of a rhino lying on the beach yawning.
Moving on into our next event. And the first up to Whiplash is Michelle. And she's going to be facing, her name is Rio.
New Glad Rio in the ring, but earlier this week, Michelle told me more about her chosen sport.
I compete for Great Britain doing modern pentathlon. The 5 events involved are running, swimming, shooting, fencing and show jumping. And for show jumping you need one of these. And this is Charlie, my horse for the day. Want to eat a gladiator? I think that means yes.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1!
Michelle's first grip of a dog bone in competition, looking to heave the gladiator out of the ring within 30 seconds, while Rio tries to keep herself inside the circumference. Michelle could do with the help of her horse Charlie to pull Rio from that circle of sheer strength. Michelle with a chance, but Rio digs her heel in and reels in her contender. In fact, Michelle is being tossed like a rag doll. Looks to me like Rio has got the measure of Michelle. Trying to catch Rio by surprise, and the cameraman. But it's a tough task trying to pull rank on Rio. No points.
Michelle, she's a big, tough girl. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah, she was too strong on this one.
She's very, very strong, isn't she? Unfortunately, no points, Michelle. Rio, well done.
Thank you.
You held her bay, didn't you?
Yeah, I could see that she was doing some interesting tactics there, trying to run around and get me off balance. That unfortunately didn't quite work this time, but she was ever so strong.
Still a long way to go. Let's hear from Michelle and Rio.
Rio, the dimpled demon. Michelle's family not disguising their disappointment.
Contenders for Paul is June. And she's going to be playing against Rebel.
A look at Rebel's stats makes impressive reading. She stands 1 metre 80 tall and weighs in at 70 kilos, which compares favourably to the always smiling army girl. Jude finds herself 13 centimetres shorter and 3 kilos lighter.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1!
Oh, and John Anderson scurries for cover as the girls get to it. Jude more used to a parade ground than a whiplash circle. You may remember she soundly beat Rebel in their previous battle of the bone. Jude with relentless and remarkable strength. She's got the Rebel cheated. Yes! She's brought the Rebel to the floor. Another Rebel-rousing performance from Jude.
Congratulations! You're going to talk us through that right from the start. How did you do that?
It was just great determination actually that time, because I knew she wasn't going to let go. So I was just pulling and trying to get her off balance, but thank God I made it.
And you had a good grip of the bone as well, didn't you?
I wasn't let go.
Well done, Jude. You got yourself 10 points. Well done. Rebel, unlucky. She pulled hard.
She pulled hard. I said to myself, hang in there. Don't go over the mat. Don't go over the mat. But she kept on tugging me away and pulling. And what can I say? All credit to her. You know, I tried to hold in there, but next time.
Well done. Let's hear for Rebel and 10 points, Jude.
Jude's sister Karen there, highly delighted, and little wonder because after 2 events, Michelle fails to add to her score, while Jude clocks up another 10. Back to Fash.
You've seen the ladies, now let's see the men. And the first up to pull is Johnny. And unfortunately for him, because he's going to be pulling against 20 stone of the mighty Warrior.
Warrior, mighty, meaty, matey. Let's see how high and how hefty this beefy boy is. 1 metre 96 tall, 124 kilos in weight, with a chest measurement of 137. Pulling against that lot will be Johnny, 6 centimetres shorter and 37 kilos lighter, and 26 centimetres less around the chestal region. Support for Johnny in his first whiplashing competition, but he knows the Warrior can be easily drawn. This season, Glenn Wilkinson unbalanced the big man for a 10-point whiplash win, but Warrior locked firmly in the centre of the circle at the moment, anchored to the middle spot. Johnny trying to wrong-foot the genial giant, and there's plenty of effort, but very little effect at the moment. Oh, and Johnny getting on the blind side of Warrior, but that won't help. Warrior determined this time to keep the contender in the ring and out of the points. Time and energy running down. One last heave. Oh, and did Warrior let go too soon? Johnny's down, but is he out? Johnny's brothers David and Graham there, not best pleased. Carol, his girlfriend, making her point.
Come over, please.
I think that calls for a video replay to determine whether Warrior released before the final hooter or after.
Okay, thank you, Johnny.
My guess is that Warrior let go after the time up, but this will prove it. There's the time, 0, 0, 0, and then the Warrior lets go.
Thank you, John. Well, guys, we've seen the video. Unfortunately, Gladiator 1, no points. Johnny, there was a lot of psyching each other up over that one. Talk us through what was going on in your mind. I mean, you knew he was 20 stone.
Just trying to move mountains and that.
He's a heavy guy.
It's not exactly...
Warrior, come on, talk us through it. A lot of psyching going on there, both sides.
Yeah, earlier, a few weeks ago, I messed up because I tripped over my own foot. I was just trying to keep my feet. And there's nobody ever going to pull me out of there, but it's very easy when the guy's running around. If the guy's 13 or 14 stone, when he's running really hard, he can nearly double that weight, and there's a lot of strain on you.
Sorry, Johnny, no points. Let's hear it for the mighty Warrior!
What's she got in her hands? Oh, yeah. Becky loves Warrior, and who can blame her?
Contenders, it's world champion, Buster! And he's going to be facing the Rhino! Over to John Anderson.
Well, while John Anderson goes through his routine, let's go through ours. The Rhinoceros stands 152 centimetres tall, weighs in at 107 kilos. Buster Reeves from Uddersfield has a height advantage of 30 centimetres, but weighs 28 kilos less.
Give us a kiss.
Well, Buster took a defeat at the hand of Hunter earlier this season when the big man ripped the bone from Buster, so he won't let that happen again. Rhino, that left thigh heavily strapped, knows this could be a long campaign. Buster displaying remarkable speed and agility in the ring, keeping Rhino on his toes when the big fella wants to dig in his heels. Oh, the Rhino's slipping and he's down. Buster punishes the mistake, and who'd have thought Rhino was a drag artist? 6.8 seconds left. There's his dad Terry and mum Francis. I think they enjoyed that. Buster with his brother Gary.
Buster, you knew you were going to have your work cut out. You knew Rhino is one of the best, if not the best. Talk us through it.
I said put anybody in front of me, but not him. Oh, I needed them points. I'm glad I've got them.
You didn't think you would have enough time? The time was ticking away.
I don't know, I'm speechless. The guy's good, he's strong. Fair play to him.
You were stronger. 10 points! Well done, Buster! Rhino
what happened? I was doing okay until then. I lost my footing and it won fair and square.
Let's move on. 10 points, Buster, and let's hear it for the Royals.
Buster, the tank buster. There's the smiling face of his girlfriend Louisa. And that also puts a very cheery face on the scores from Buster's point of view. 10-10 after 2 events.
Well, as you can see and hear with all the Buster's crowd in the back, we're going to have a break. But don't go away, because there'll be a lot more action here on the Gladiators.
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham, where things are hotting up for part 2 and event number 3.
Sky track.
Suspended upside down above the arena floor, it's Jude and Michelle. And they're going to be chased by Falcon and Rebel. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
And they're off and running. It's the first sky track for Michelle, but last time out, Jude scored 10 against Nightshade. Jude looking to score a maximum in her third successive event this evening. A remarkable achievement if she can pull it off. She's well in the lead as Falcon tries to catch her. Michelle on for some easy points because Rebel's a long way behind. Must have picked up a problem en route, but off the final bend, 10 points for Jude. Takes the victory and second place for Michelle. Rebel obviously with quite a problem, while Jude's family celebrates. There she is, and let's relive that spectacular victory. Falcon was always within striking distance, but Jude always had the speed to keep her at arm's length. Maximum effort rewarded with maximum points. After 3 events, Michelle moves up to 10, while Jude moves up to 30.
So now we move into the men's event with Buster and Johnny. And they're going to be chased by Saracen and Trojan.
Well, last time he was chased by Saracen, Buster did really well.
Skytrack I were a bit wary about because I had Saracen on my back, so I didn't know how fast Saracen was, so as soon as the whistle went I was just pumping as hard as I could. Luckily he didn't catch me, so I was pleased about that.
3, 2, 1.
So it's Johnny chased by Trojan and Saracen looking for revenge on Buster. First time up on the track for Johnny, who's in the lead. As they round the bend for the back straight, Buster's gaining. Neither Gladiator making inroads on the contenders' leads. No pit stops in this event. At the second crossover, Buster's in front, Johnny's second. And it looks like the points are in the bag. One bend from home, Johnny comes back fast. Oh, it's very close, but it looked like Buster on the line. Excellent sky tracking from both boys. Buster's brother Gary there, he seems pleased. Buster looks to have given his hand a knock though. Full credit to Johnny. In those final stages, he makes up yards and very nearly snatches the 10 points for himself.
Twice! He's done me twice! I can't believe this. That Buster is something special, I tell you. We'll get him though. No worries.
Saracen with fulsome praise for Buster. After 3 events, Johnny moves up to 15. Buster takes the lead with 20.
Here we are at the Pamplemousse National Park in the centre of Mauritius. Now these trees are called bottle palms for obvious reasons. The bases are hollow and the Mauritian natives used to cut them up and use them as bongo drums. Now if you feel a little too far away from home, you just take a look at these main gates. They won first prize at the Great Exhibition at the Crystal Palace in 1862. That makes them nearly as old as Wolf.
So moving on into our next event. And first up is Michelle. And she's going to be pushing against Panther.
The feline foe. Here's a catalogue of her statistics. She stands a sleek 1 metre 67 tall and weighs 63 kilos. And by a strange coincidence, they happen to be Michelle's measurements as well. So this couldn't be more evenly matched. The family bracing themselves for the battle. And Michelle bracing herself against the ball.
2, 1.
Last time Michelle was balled out by Rio and scored no points. She's looking to redress the balance here. Panther getting a grip. It's 10 points for knocking the Gladiator off, or 5 for staying on for the full 30 seconds. Michelle, a fitness instructor and pentathlete, putting her back into it, trying to throw the weight of the 75-kilo sumo ball and Panther around. And Panther looks in trouble. Oh, she's let go. It's all over. Michelle's family delighted with that. And the arena, frankly, amazed. Panther tries to get herself round the corner to stay on the platform and completely forgets to keep hold of the sumo ball. Where'd it go, she asks.
Well done, Michelle. You look a little bit confused up there. Panther, she let go of the sumo ball, so you get 10 points. How do you feel about that?
Pleased now, yeah. A lot happier than I was after Whip last year. I'm pleased about that.
Let me just bring in Eunice. Eunice, how do you think she done? You're coaching them all.
Hey, before she went out there, I went, don't think anything else. Up. She went out with that attitude and she did the business.
Well, anybody can understand that. They've done very well. Panther.
Yes, I was thinking off as well. I was driving hard. It's not all about pushing. It's about tactics. She played the game well. I'll let go. End of story. I'm not a happy bunny.
Let's hear for Panther. 10 points to Michelle and Eunice. Well done, guys.
So, Panther not pleased with her mistake, but the Kimberley family are particularly grateful.
And next up the sumo, it's Jude. And she's going to be pushing against the beautiful Boone. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Anita ready! Take the string. 3, 2, 1.
This is Jude's first sumo ball set to, and already she's putting her 67 kilos to good use. She's got Vogue poised on the precipice. Vogue will do well to escape from this dilemma, using all her strength to push back. Manages to spin it round and get out of immediate trouble. The sumo ball did in fact start life as one of our pendulums, but as you can see, it shrank in the wash. Jude needs to push the ball or pull something out of the bag if she's to get the maximum now. She'll score 5 for staying on. And it looks like, yeah, time up. Great effort all round, because that, Jude, is one tough dude.
Well done, Jude. Well, you certainly had a different way of manoeuvring the sumo ball there. You were going to the right, then going to the left, and you really put your back into it.
Yeah, I think I'll get most of my strength in my big thighs. But I was just trying to keep it moving, because I think she was pushing just as hard as I was, so the other way was trying to get on the hop.
Well, you stayed on. You got yourself 5 points.
5 points, enough to maintain her comfortable lead. Michelle storms up to 20. Jude has 35.
Okay, let's move on to the heavyweights. And the first up is Johnny. And he's going to be pushing against the ace.
Johnny scored 5 against Trojan last time on sumo ball. Here's what he had to say about it.
Sumo ball, I'm confident with after my first round, just because I know now that you can hold the Gladiators off, provided you use your nut.
3, 2, 1.
So Johnny will be looking to use his nuts and his arms and his back, in fact any part of his body, to get the ace to fold. Ace holding the middle ground at the moment, but once again Johnny proving that he's no pushover. Sumo actually stands for spherical unmovable objects, and both Ace and Johnny are finding it just that at the moment. In fact, Johnny and Ace currently pushing in the same direction, but they can't actually see each other. Ace really going for a finish, and Johnny keen to hang on for the 5. He's done it though, grunting and growling as John Anderson calls time. Fine display of strength from these guys. Equally matched, push for push, pound for pound. In the end, it was what we call in the trade a wolf. That's a bit of a stalemate.
And the last of our male contenders is Buster. He's going to be pushing against the man who always gets his prey, the Hunter!
And this is what Buster's up against, the high-scoring huntsman. And looking at his facts, we can figure out that he's 8 centimetres taller than Buster and 27 kilos heavier.
3, 2, 1.
Buster's first bash at the ball, wanting to exact revenge for his whiplash grubbing by Hunter recently. But Hunter's got him on the edge. Buster hanging on for all he's worth while Hunter's pushing for all he's worth. Buster in a spin dryer. Hunter managing to push him from pillar to post, but can't drop him. Buster doing superbly well to keep his feet and the handle on the points. Hunter a real force field of power, but can't shift the Huddersfield Hurricane. Buster's going to hang on for his points. And the end can't come quick enough. Oh yes, superb survival skills from Buster, and Hunter congratulates him. 5 fantastic points. Looking at Buster's remarkable job again, he was pushed to the edge of defeat very early on, but it was if he had magnets on his feet, the way he hung on. Great performance all round, and that's where he was pushed, all round. Fash is down there with the guys.
Hunter, fantastic performance, great entertainment. Talk us through it.
Yeah, this is one of the new games on the Gladiators this year, and I think all the Gladiators are finding it one of the hardest. Although we may be stronger than most of the contenders, they're very quick, very fast, as you saw with Buster there. He's running all over the place and using our weight to our disadvantage.
You must have thought you got him off there.
Yeah, but all the other guys were saying, don't stop pushing till you hear the music. But I didn't hear no music.
Buster, I don't know how on earth you stayed on there.
Yeah, I've got some glue on my shoes. No.
Well, you stayed on, and I don't know how you did it. 5 points. Well done, Buster, and well done, Hunter.
So after 4 events, Johnny moves up to 20 and Buster to 25. Let's get back to the sunshine.
The Golden Sands here in Mauritius, the most glamorous place I've ever taught an aerobics class. Aerobics is tremendous fun and works every part of your body. But don't worry, if there's not a class near you, you can't get to a class on a regular basis. You can always work out at home by getting a fitness video. And over the years, there's plenty to choose from. People like Cher, Jane Fonda, Joan Collins, Elle Macpherson, stars of Coronation Street, and even me have made fitness videos.
And me.
You?
Me.
But Cobra, I've seen all the fitness videos, and I have never seen yours.
Well, you're looking under the wrong section, aren't you?
Well, what section is yours under then?
The wildlife section.
Event number 5. First up on Jewel, it's Michelle. She's going to be battling it out against Rio. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready! Enrico, ready! On guard! 3, 2, 1.
I don't envy poor Michelle, her first duel in competition, and it's against Rio, the roundhouse kid, swinging and jabbing. Oh, Rio with a shot to the chops. Michelle's out of there, and who can blame her? Michelle trying to stick one on Rio, pokes in a jab, but gets severely chastised with a smack round the ear from Rio.
Well, congratulations, Rio. That was terrific, amazing, and I counted it was the 4th blow that knocked her down.
I can't remember. I just think about hitting her when I'm up there.
That must be very nice. I hope you're a nice girl, really. Now, Michelle, she gave you quite a bash across the head there.
Yeah, I gave her a good blow to start with, and I was pleased with that one. But it wasn't enough to knock her off, and then I went for a jab, and she just hit me around the head, and fair play, she did well.
Absolutely, and I mean, the height difference obviously makes a difference in this sort of a game.
It does make a difference with the weight as well, but it's not all about weight. There's a lot of balance and tactics involved there, but I do enjoy it.
I bet you do. Let's hear it for Rio and for Michelle. Next up on Jewel, it's Jude. She's going to be facing Laser. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready! Enrico, ready! On guard!
Just her second appearance this season from the new Glad, the Beaming Laser. And if we look at her stats, we can work out that she's 9 centimetres taller than Jude and 3 kilos heavier. Last time the dueling Jude lost out to Rio. Can she go for a 10-point KO this time or hang on for the 5? She's certainly taking the battle to Laser. And they're both desperate to hang on to each other and to hang on to their balance. There's ducking and pushing and all sorts going on up there. Jude hanging on grimly, but denying Laser the chance of getting the job done. Excellent, durable dueling from Jude. Laser unloading some real bombs, but can she finish it? Hooks, jab sent flying, but Jude isn't. She's held on for the 5. What a great performance that was. Took it all on the chin and then came back for more. Jude's stepfather Peter and Mark Enid delighted with that. In the playback, Jude's not afraid to work hard for her points, jabbing away while soaking up everything the Laser fired at her. And Laser was letting her have everything. Right at the end, Jude takes a nasty jab to the ribs.
Laser, that was a terrific game of duel, mainly because it looked as if it could go both ways all the time.
Time was too short. She's a very strong contender, and I definitely want to get up there again.
Well, the great news is, of course, this is your last event and you picked up 5 points. Let's hear it for Jude and for Laser.
So, after 5 events, Michelle 20 and Jude double that, 40.
So we now move into the men's event with Johnny. And he's going to be facing Hunter. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Laser ready! On top! 3, 2, 1!
Let the good times roll. Hunter straight to work on the whistle. Johnny can't even attempt to reply. Gets served back with a face full of stick, followed by a face full of mats. And the Hunter still pumped up. He wants more. Buster's brother Gary making no attempt to hide his pleasure at that result.
Oh, Johnny. I suppose I could say in retrospect that he didn't stand much of a chance on there. He looked pretty aggressive.
I'm gutted with that. Absolutely gutted. I was wanting to get him on the floor. I needed the points.
You certainly did, as this is the last event. I suppose the question to you has to be, what did you have for breakfast?
Well, with my porridge, I've got to say thanks to all the Gladiator guys, Rhino, Warrior, Saracen, all of them. They got me pumped up for this game. I knew I was going to win it. I felt strong. Thanks very much. Great contender, though. Good luck for the Eliminator.
Let's hear it for Johnny and for Hunter. Next up on duel, it's Buster. And he's going to be facing Saracen. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Laser ready! On top!
Saracen, a star performer on the dueling platform, looking at the firepower at his disposal, will see that he's the same height as Buster, but has a 29-kilo weight advantage. And Saracen, determined to make up for his earlier Skytrack defeat at the hands of the reigning world champion kickboxer Buster Reeves, doing a great job mixing it, and Saracen plying on the pressure. Oh, Buster leans back, he's down. He touched the platform. John Anderson's called stop.
Both hands on the platform. Game to the Gladiator.
Buster's family not impressed with that verdict, so let's take another look at the finish. Saracen was bishing, Buster was boshing. A real hammer and tongs bish-bosh battle. Then Buster doubles forward and supports himself on the platform. A little bit of afters.
Well, Saracen, it was looking very promising up there, although initially you looked a little bit vulnerable.
He caught me with 2 good blows, but earlier today I said to the camera that Buster's something special, so I had to produce something extra special today to beat this guy. I would have liked to have knocked him off. I didn't like to win in the way I did. He's a fantastic competitor. Well done.
He certainly is, and you were very strong to stay up there as long as you did and recover so many times, but ultimately, of course, hands down on the platform.
Yeah, I didn't want to go off, so I tried to keep up any way I can. I think I'll have to have a word with that cameraman, what it?
Let's hear it for Buster and Saracen.
So after 5 events, Johnny has clocked up 20 points and Buster 25.
So at stake is a place in our Northern Final. Join us after the break for more action here on Gladiators. Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham, where it's eliminator time and time to find ourselves 2 finalists. Now, in the women's event, Michelle's on 20 points, Jude is on 40 points. That's a 20-point difference, giving Jude a massive 10-second head start.
Well, Jude, 10 seconds. You've worked very hard all today. Would you like more?
Oh, I'd love more, but 10 seconds can mean nothing when you've got to get through that spaghetti junction.
And you know, Jude, we had people on the show with 25 seconds and 15 seconds and still lost.
Yeah, I've got to think my way around the course, not just sort of attack it. I've got to think my way around as well, I think. But we'll see how it goes.
We will. Michelle, 10 seconds to make up. Can you do it?
I'm going to give it my best shot, that's for sure. I'm just go for it from the start. And
Both girls, wish you all the best. Jude and Michelle.
Michelle's dad right behind her. And half the British Army's behind Jude.
Jude, you will go on my first whistle. Michelle, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Jude Shenton, the Army PTI from Powys, sets off her last eliminator timed at a breathtaking 1 minute 23 seconds. Highs and lows. Next comes the mayhem of the mesh. Here comes Michelle Kimberley from Evesham, a pentathlete and fitness instructor. 10 seconds to make up as Jude hits the rope climb to the platform. And Michelle diving away through the mesh, very fast through the 3D maze. Jude gets to grips with the hand ladder, looking very calm and controlled up there. Her mum with her all the way. As Michelle scales the rope, she starts her hand ladder just as Jude finishes. The rollers are the bridge to the cargo net, which has been the undoing of many a contender. Michelle powerful on the hand ladder, Jude making a meal of the net, while Michelle eats into her lead. Jude's sister Karen on the left there, giving it plenty. Jude's at the top, onto the gantry. Michelle climbing strongly, her mum Celia holding her breath. Jude hooks up to the zip for the quick trip to the mat. Michelle's on the gantry as Jude splashes down. Turns into the graveyard as Michelle slides down that zip, braces herself, knees up for the landing. She's there. Jude on the beam, very fast on the balances. Now this for a place in the Northern Final. Michelle on the balance beam. Oh, she's gone. A nasty shin-shattering fall there. The Kimberleys are on their feet and Jude is on the travelator. Here she comes. Oh, she's faltering. Has she got it? Oh, she's let go. Her mum can't believe it. Jude readies herself for another crack. Michelle completes her beam. The family are screaming and Michelle attacks the travelator. Can she pull it off? Here comes Jude. Michelle's at the top. Oh my goodness, she's going to steal it. Jude's got again and Michelle Kimberley crashes through the first and into the final. The Kimbleys are whooping with delight. Here comes Jude. She knows she threw it away. So does her mum.
Michelle, I bet you didn't think you could do that. 10 seconds behind.
I'm so pleased, I just can't believe it.
I mean, you were able to take advantage, obviously, when Jude fell on the travelator.
Yeah, and I fell down the beam as well. And I just thought, I saw her fall and I thought, stay focused and just go for it.
Michelle Kimberley from Evesham, you're through to the final!
Jude, we said it at the start. Now we've had somebody who had 10 seconds head start and lost. We all saw where you lost it, but talk us through it.
It's all went like that and then there. Oh, never mind. It's been brilliant. I've had a wonderful time. Thanks very much, guys. Sorry, down the sun behind.
And here's your medal. You don't go away empty-handed. It's been a long day, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
So close, yet so far.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Jude, off you go. Thank all your supporters and fans who've been fantastic today. Off you go. It's over for Jude.
Jude, gracious in defeat, still smiling. She's done the Shenton family proud tonight and thanking Ulrika for a great day. Michelle returns to her family. And there's Jude with her dad, Don. Jude, another victim of that terrible travelator. So close, yet so far. And there's Enid, her mum. And unfortunately, Michelle's eliminated time of 1 minute 29.2, not quick enough to take the lead in our eliminator challenge. Now it's the turn of the guys. Buster has a 5-point lead, which gives him an eliminator head start of 2.5 seconds. But Johnny's fans are confident. There's their hero. Buster's girlfriend Louisa looks tense, but her fella looks confident.
Buster, you will go on my first whistle. Johnny, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Buster Reeves sets off on the highs and lows. Here comes Johnny Alcott. Johnny's eliminated time in the heats was 1 minute 25. Last time out, Buster ran the course in 1 minute 10 and holds the current record for the fastest men's eliminator. Buster escapes from the mesh. Johnny still looking to find a way out of the undergrowth. Buster up the rope and onto the overhead bike for 12 metres of pedalling and pumping. Johnny up the rope in one giant pull. Buster very fast on the bike, settles on the platform and makes short work of the rollers. Francis's mum, pleased he's made it this far. Johnny biking his way strongly, Buster on the net, and Johnny looks to be regaining the time he lost. David, Carroll, Margaret and Bill is nearest and dearest as Buster hits the gantry. Johnny climbing well as Buster prepares himself for the zip down to the graveyard. Hooks up and launches himself into space for the slide to the crash mats. Once again, Buster is posting a very fast time, turns to the beam as Johnny starts his slide. Here he comes, splashes down, Buster on the balance beam. His brother wringing all three of his hands. Buster gently down, big breath for a giant burst of energy to attack the travelator. Here he comes, sprints up the bell, takes the rope and stakes his claim for a place in the final. Francis and Louisa go bananas. Here's Johnny, a great performance, but on the night, Buster proved to be unbeatable. Up the travelator, makes it look so easy. Against a lesser contender, victory would have been his.
Buster, before I say anything, there's your medal. You're through, we'll be seeing you again. What are you going to say?
I can't wait. All the best to Johnny, with a tremendous competitor. Just a shame it had to be me to beat him.
And I've got to say, you flew round the course. You just might get a bonus of £1,000. We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, I could do that till I'm skyrocket.
Off we go. Thank all your supporters. Let's hear for Buster!
Well, Johnny, they can take the place in the final away from you, but one thing they won't take away from you is this medal.
Well, I just like to say, I've thoroughly enjoyed myself here. And people, as I said, have put a lot of money to come and do the things we've done here. And they've been a great crew. And you never know, you might see us back sometime.
We'll look forward to it and we'll be prepared. And this is your medal for getting through to the semi-final. Let's hear it for Johnny Alcott.
Johnny's fans salute him and Buster presents his bouquet to Louisa. All right, that'll do. There's his dad, Terry. Johnny with his brothers there. They're queuing up to congratulate him, his girlfriend Carol and his mum Margaret. Buster's time of 1 minute 9 shatters his current eliminator record of 1:10.3, so he consolidates his grip on that £1,000.
Well, Clash, what a turnaround in the women's eliminator. It just shows you, doesn't it?
Oh, not half, but next week is the final.
We'll look forward to that. Join us here on Gladiators.
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.